So you need to ask yourself, am I capable of finding a solution to that problem? The problem might have to do with chemistry, and you do not have a knowledge of chemistry. So you'll want to work within the sphere, your sphere of expertise. You might say, expertise? Yes, you are an expert in your own area. You might be a woodworker, and I'm a chemist. I might be a stonemason, and you're a physicist. I'm an expert in my area of stonemasonry or carpentry. You're an expert in your area of chemistry or physics. So we are experts in our areas at our own levels. Look for a solution, look for a problem in your sphere of understanding that for which you can provide a solution within your sphere of expertise. Then you are home and dry. Yes. Now, so you have found us a problem, and you have weighed yourself and seen that I think I'm capable of providing a solution. The third thing that you want to do is to ask yourself, so that I can provide the solution, have I understood every circumstance that would affect my decision? And that is where market research comes in. Starting a business without market research is going to give you a problem ahead, because the market will speak. The market will always tell you, this is the problem. We're looking for a solution provider, but you have to understand A, B, C so that you can be the solution provider that of preference, because that is something very important. You must be the preferred one. And later we're going to see why. So study every single circumstance. What circumstance caused the problem to exist? What circumstances have caused the problem to persist? And what circumstance can cause the problem to cease to exist? So we need to study the circumstances so that you can, now that is going to be a market research. And you must note down everything, including the silly things, because it is in those silly things that there are solutions to the very logical and the very illogical. Those silly things are really just heaven on earth, because of how profoundly foolishness affects humans. So the sillinesses of a problem are where the money really is. Yes. For example, people want to plant maize. Why? Because maize is highly consumed. And the maize is coming from a limited number of sources. The maize seed is coming from a limited number of sources. Now, how does the maize get from the grower of the seed as maize, seed maize, or maize seed, all the way to the farmer? That whole chain, if one place fails, the farmer will lose, and everything after the farmer, everybody after the farmer will lose. The people who are waiting for the farmer to produce so that they can get chicken feed and cow feed and so on, all of them will lose just because the chain got broken at some point. Now, the chain can get broken because of a silly thing, like somebody built the bridge badly. There was a government policy that did not look into certain areas of importance. A pronouncement by government, a war, and anything really. So those things are the ones that are called silly occurrences that can break the chain and cause a loss on this other side. So your solution might be, if there's always a regular break in the chain, you might say that this problem will persist as long as the solution is not provided. And you go in and you provide a solution and you become the go-to person for that. So how do you make sure that you get rid of the problem, or you handle the problem? And as you do so, don't forget that you need to make profit out of it.